Hi guys, Nicole here with Mommy Tips by Cole. I actually wanted to do a video sharing my experience using renttherunway.com, not only for the first time, but not too long after I used it for the first time. I tried it again because I loved the experience that much. So I have been hearing about Rent the Runway for a super long time. I've seen some other people post their experiences online, and I still was always hesitant to try it. The idea of renting a dress and not being able to try it on prior to wearing it for whatever the occasion would be just made me nervous. So this time around, the reason why I changed my mind is because I am now 4 months postpartum, and I'm still way far from what my pre-pregnancy weight is, and I'm far from my ideal weight, and I didn't want to invest in a gown. We had to attend a black tie wedding a couple weeks ago, and I didn't want to invest in a gown, and it's even to find a decent priced gown, it's just very time consuming, going to different places and trying to find, you know, like a good sale. There was just no way I was gonna pay more than $100 for a gown that for sure I wouldn't use again, because one, I don't really go to black tie events, and secondly, because I don't intend to be the size for a long time, knock on wood. So yes, so being in the middle, in between sizes, I think this was a great time for me to try this service. Second time I tried it, I had a gala for work, and the dresses that are not gown-like are a lot cheaper to rent, so I thought it would be totally worth it to try it again, as opposed to buying yet another dress that I know I most likely will not use again. So the first dress that I tried, I think I tried to vlog, and I might insert clips of me actually getting the package and unboxing it. And basically what it is you sign up, and if you use a referred link, and I'll put a link down below, you can get a huge discount off of your first time using it. It could be as much as 20% off, or sometimes $30. So I will put a link down below if you want to try it. And this is not a sponsored video. I just wanted to share my experience with this because I had such a great time or experience using it. I've been referring it to so many personal friends and family in my life. My mom is going to try it for a wedding she's going to this month, and I'm going to help her look for a dress. So basically you sign up. So if you sign up, you can use my link and you can get a discount off the first time you use it. So if you have an event coming up, say next month, I would recommend to start looking at the dresses at least a month before, to start favoriting, is that even a word? To heart, that's what they call it. You can heart your favorites, and you can make designated albums for different events, and you favorite the dresses that you are eyeing. Then when it gets closer, I would try to reserve it as early as you can, but it's not always necessary. Because I waited the last minute for both dresses, I didn't get my first choice because the size was not available during the 4-day rental period that I was selecting. So you can either rent it for 4 days or 8 days, I think is the second option. I could be wrong, it could be 6, but 4 days is the first option, and that is what I chose. So the first dress that I rented ended up being I think it was $70 if I rented the navy blue, but then now remembering it that I got the black, I think it was $100 to rent the dress, and the dress was retailed well over $600–700 around there. It's a Monet Goulier dress collection, and all the dresses on their website are from really great brands. Some of them you may already know in local department stores, or maybe brands that are even higher end that you may not know, and all great quality. Now, this is the most important part about making your dress selection, being that you are not getting to try it on. They give you a free second dress. So I would recommend getting the size you normally are and go a size up. Unless it says otherwise in the reviews, and that is the other part that is really important, is the reviews is really what makes this site amazing. The reviews from real people like you and me that are sharing pictures of themselves in the dress. Maybe they have similar body types, a type as you, if you're petite, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're full figured around the hips, if you're heavier in your top area. Everybody has different body shapes, so that's what I love about it, is that you can play around with the site, so you can find reviews based on your body type, find reviews from other people. The way I looked for it is I looked for other reviews of people that were short like me, under 5 foot, and I also look for other people with reviews that were like top heavy, because I am nursing. I am a bigger size in my chest area than I normally am, and I also looked at a ton of the pictures. That helped a lot for me to visualize, okay, this girl has a similar height to me, or a similar shape, or her problem area is her midsection like me. And you get to see, you know, firsthand what their review was on the dress, how it fit, if it worked for them, if it didn't. And that is what helped me narrow down my choices. The selections are endless, so you can narrow down your search by occasion, whether it's a gala, cocktail dress, formal, black tie, etc. Or you can narrow it down by color, by length, by material, by size, everything. You can even rent accessories, and I didn't look into this, but I think you can even rent other like regular day-to-day clothing, maybe like work attire and whatnot. But I think it's really important to use all of the tools they give you on the website or the app. So the app is what I use mostly. I download the app on my phone. Whenever I had a free chance, I would just browse through and favorite or heart the dresses that I was interested in. And once I had all my tons and tons of hearts for the occasion, I went down and narrowed it. I narrowed it down. I took out the ones that I was like iffy on, or that had reviews that I was like, maybe this won't work for me. And then I ended up narrowing it down again based off of the availability. So when you go to available, you click reserve now, you select the dates. So I chose both times to get the dress 2 days before the event, which meant that I had to return it the day after event. And I chose 2 days before, just in case the dress was not working at all. If I hated it, that it gave me a day at least to find a dress outside, which I was always like crossing my fingers, no, I don't want to have to do that, because it'd be so much pressure. And luckily enough, it worked out for me that I kept the dress and actually ended up using the bigger size of the two times that I selected it. The downfall for me with the first dress that I tried, which I'm going to show pictures in between, is that it was so tight. It was so tight around my rib cage, and there was no give, no stretch, that I had to like kind of squish my boobs all around to get it closed, and hubby had a hard time closing it. Thankfully it closed, and the dress was gorgeous. I just personally don't feel at my best. So while I do absolutely love the dress on other people, I didn't love like looking at myself in that dress. So I did get a lot of compliments about the dress. I just don't feel great about my body shape at this moment postpartum. So the dress was stunning. It was hard to get into, but it worked out perfectly for the occasion. And same with the second dress. The dress was beautiful. It was simple. I went with the bigger size, and my problem area is my midsection. So I just was not totally feeling how that looked on me, but you know, I made the best of it, and I think it's just me and it's in my head because I did get a lot of compliments on that dress too. Also, it was hard to wear that because I attended that event with the kids and I could not nurse in that dress. And all the dresses that I wanted to try to reserve because I did it last minute that were easier access to feed her were gone. So that's why I picked that dress. So if you're going to reserve, if there are dresses that you absolutely love and like, reserve it right away because it will be gone by the time you go to do it if you wait for last minute like I did. All in all, I think it's a great site. If you do try it, share your link with all your family and friends so you know that they can get a discount too. I don't know if it's one of those links, I haven't shared it yet, that gets you like points or something towards future purchases. So that is something I have to look into, and I might mention in like a future video if I continue to use the service. It's not something that I would do all the time. Oh, I forgot to mention my second dress was only $30. So you can find a dress as low as $30 or as high as a couple $100s. So that was my budget. So it was like a couple $100. It was maybe like a $300 dress. Rented it for $30. It comes packaged very nicely. It's pressed. It's clean. It doesn't smell. None of my dresses smelled or anything. You could tell that they were clean and taken care of. It's as if it's brand new. At least that's how it was for the two dresses that I had. Super easy to ship it back. They send you the prepaid shipping package, pre-labeled, and you just drop it off in a local UPS drop box when yours needs to go back. I do have to say though that for the first dress that I rented, which was a black tie dress and it was super big and had lots of layers, I did not squeeze the air out of the bag enough, so the bag was so big that it could barely fit into the drop box. So if you have a dress that's like that, push all the air out of the bag and flatten it as much as you can. You don't have to send the hangers back because it will make it easier to put it in the drop box and then seal it, and then it will be easier to put in a drop box. It was so hard for me to get into. I was like so worried, oh my god, it's gonna be late. And it's great too because they send you reminders when your dress arrives. They send you reminders when your dress is due. They send you reminders when you have something in your cart to reserve it before it's gone. So I love all those, you know, little features that kind of really make the whole experience even more convenient than it already is. So while it may be, you may be hesitant to pay for something that you didn't try, I think if you really do your homework and research it well, and also read the stylist tips and also read the details on the type of fabric it is, if there's any stretch, if it's, you know, the sizes that it fits around for the chests and the hips and all that. Read all the details. If you really do your homework well with it, then, you know, there shouldn't be a problem as far as selecting what sizes will work for you, at least the two. And then if you rent a second option, so you get your first dress and the free second size, and you rent a second option, they offer it to you for a cheaper price. I think like $35. I didn't try that, but I think it's $35, or it's much discounted price. I don't know if there's a limit on which, or the price range limit for the second option to be for $35, but you can rent the second dress for $35 to add on if you want another option, or if you have two events in one weekend. That works out perfectly. Say you're going to a bridal shower and then, or a rehearsal dinner and then wedding. So just wanted to share my overall experience of renttherunway.com. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you have questions, let me know. I will have my link down below so you can get your first dress rental for much cheaper. And I'll see you guys in my next video.